see Stephon Diggs. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions.
Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dragons of Honolulu. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at this Honolulu team as they get ready for this one.
It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in after a win last week, and it had been some time since we said that. That broke a 9-game skid.
So I'm not sure if that was happiness or relief in their locker room after the last game. Let's see if they can put a second win together.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Allen off the play fake.
Open man left side, Shaheed has it.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
James Cook
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
and the Dragons are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And a
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you look at this defense,
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Able to fight through 1 tackle. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. Allen's throw is complete. Powering his way forward. And a huge play that time. 48 yards. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there.
Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some change?
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And Cook has it. Left side. Touchdown. James Cook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
On play action, Allen on the move to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll run here with Dillon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Now Smith.
That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be knocked to the ground right there at the 22.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Back to throw, Smith. Escaping the pressure running. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau in there for sack number 22 on the year. And folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Geno. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Smith. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. To the air again, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Touchdown, Seahawks! Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. One more go for this offense in the 1st half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. 30 seconds remain in this 1st half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Allen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Well, the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. As he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! before halftime. CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play, and of course he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We begin out in Sin City. A good battle in the AFC. Miami at Las Vegas. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Hunter Renfrow up over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. C.J. Stroud, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. Both these teams running through their final changes for the second half. Let's get back out to paradise as we rejoin Brandon and Charles in Honolulu.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Now it's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fan.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Smith, this throw finds Smith and Jigba.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Throwing now is Geno. Touchdown!
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
From 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drop. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Play action. Now it's Allen.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And he's brought down after a very nice game. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up
under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now Allen off the bootleg. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
On fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So a third straight pass attempt after they ran it on first down. Third straight incompletion. Now they're forced to give the ball up.
They must have felt like they just couldn't get it done on the ground. You know, something in what they saw in the defense or how they felt about their offensive line, it just told them throw the football. And end up with 3 straight incompletions, turn the ball over on downs, give a big check mark to the defense on that one.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory in the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hines.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Allen now on 1st down. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On play action, Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Dragons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Bass on for the extra point.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Smith.
This ball caught by McIntosh. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Smith. That is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Again, Smith.
Smith and Jigba with the ground. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Smith on 1st down. This is Fant on the short completion. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Now they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and wind out some clock with Cook. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And again, it's Allen. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
With their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because touchdown!
Dalton Kincaid,
25 yards for the touchdown.
and the Dragons have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Jackson Smith-Njigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the 50, it's Smith.
And this one too low.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Gregory Rousseau
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, They've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Throwing left side to Kincaid.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On play action, Allen.
Out left to Hill, complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Steps away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Honolulu, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.